it's a pleasure to start this afternoon's session by introducing you to our Changemaker for this session. His name is Guilherme Coelho. He's here all the way from São Paulo in Brazil, and he describes himself as a veteran tech-addicted, internet-devoted mobile lover, and he's the CEO and co-founder of O1 Digital, which is a pioneer local internet agency. He pushed the company into the apps world, creating a new way to distribute and monetize kids' audio-visual plus interactive content in 2009, giving a balanced mix through in-app purchases. Now, this strategy has already generated over 100 million downloads from all app stores. Please welcome to the stage our changemaker, Guilherme Coelho.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for the introduction. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you also, Greg Giles, who invited me to come over here. So I'm going to try to share a little bit of the view that we have from the digital world today. So we are top digital app publishing. We are born to be digital, that's how we say. We are top digital app publisher based in Brazil, but we now are taking the world. 17 years in the digital market. Last 5 years totally focused on kids publishing, digital publishing. And we do new strategies for digital distribution. We have more than 50 apps published already in many stores, and more than 40 million downloads. That is just in Android and iOS. Now we have Windows, we have Firefox OS, we have many other app stores outlets that I'll let you know how's the work that we've been doing. And we are the top grossing company on App Store since 2010. So mobile is eating the world. That's how we see things going on. We are just in the middle of the road. We have still another 2 billion to go on smartphones. So on the near future, another 2 billion will have smartphones. So by 2020, that will get to huge numbers. By 2020, everyone will have a pocket supercomputer. And mobile marketing is still, they have 4 billion, is predicted to have 4 billion in 2017, which will be representing around 24% of ad business. People check their smartphone around 150 times a day. That's the average. You may not notice that you do it, but that's the average that we do it. 87% prefer apps instead of mobile sites. Apps are faster. They interact better with the users. The response are faster, so that's why apps are preferred. So you want to be rich and famous, but not so fast. People just think that it's just put an application on Apple Store or Google Play and that's it. And that's not it. Mobile fragmentation. We have multiple platforms today. We have dozens of app stores. We have hundreds of networks, thousands of analytics, and millions of new tools. So that's our most important job today. Not just develop apps, but to make a distribution, a good distribution, and an effective scaling of it. 50% of revenue of all applications comes from 0.15% of users. 24% of apps are used just once. And you might have a lot of apps on your phones that you just open once and you never go back again. So it's a challenge to keep people opening your application and interacting with it. And for example, in our applications, some of our applications, we have 20% of retention after 1 year. That means that we still have active users inside of the applications. After 1 year, they downloaded for the first time. That's a very hard number to get. Within 3 months, 75% of users, usually, they're gone from the applications. But keep calm. Who are you going to call? An app publisher, that's what we do. As I said, we're not app developers, we're app publishers. So we create, we develop, but we distribute, and we scale mobile business. So on the creation side, that's the creative concept, the usability, the programming, user interface, design. This is what most people usually focus on. But we are focusing also on distribute and scaling. So the business model, the multi-channel distribution, app store management, financial administration, legal consultancy, press and PR, customer support, for example. Today there are many app clubs coming up in the world. App clubs, it's something that they pay a subscription for the mobile carrier. Usually it's a local mobile carrier from the country. We have that in Brazil, we have that in Latin America and some other countries. You pay a subscription and then you have like 500 premium apps that you can download for free to use. Well, it's not for free, you're paying the subscription, right? So it's like you have SVOD, subscription VOD, and transactional VOD, TVOD. We now have T apps, which is transactional apps, which is the most common one. And now we have S apps, right, which is the subscription apps. And then we scale it. And scaling, you have to do analytics. You have to get the feedback from all the applications that you publish. You have to understand what works, what does not, so you can change in the beginning and start over again with better results. This is our flagship brand, right? This is not our brand. We work with third-party brands. We license the brands to make the digital strategy. But this one we started work really in the beginning, 2009. So they were trying to go for DVD and television, but they could not get it. The format, these are very short movies based on traditional songs from Brazil. So parents used to sing this, and now they want their kids to sing again. So it's like 2 to 3 minutes songs. So it was not suitable for TV. And so we decided with them to do this strategy, the pure digital strategy, right? So they started to put some clips on YouTube, and we produced the apps for them, and we started to do only the digital distribution. So this is what happens today. It started with Galinha Pintadinha, which was in Portuguese, then went to Gadina Pintadita, which is in Spanish, all Latin America, and now there's Lotti Dotti Chicken, which is going to the whole world. They have over 3 billion views on YouTube. By the way, Brazil is the second in viewing time on YouTube in the world. We have more than 20 million installs from Apple, Android, Windows. They have more than 3 million DVDs sold and 15 VOD channels, so it's not exclusive. All VOD channels that are in the region, we try to put the content, so it's all over. Kids' content works better when they're all over. And this is what it comes to. Only with digital strategy, no television. They got to Las Vegas 2 weeks ago on the licensing expo with a booth with more than 500 licensed products in Brazil and Latin America. And they are already number 8, 9 top licensed brand in the world. Again, no television, just with the success with the digital world. And this is the first international application that we are releasing. We license the content from Oxford University Publishing, and that's Cookie in France. It's for preschooler, English learning preschoolers, aimed to the whole world. And we are releasing the same format. We mix, inside of the application, we mix video clips with interactive activities. So we call that, we do edutainment applications. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gui.